What is up, guys? The Great Wall back again with another video. Today we are here with another 10-year sim. It is the Cincinnati Reds. As you can see, this is a very solid team, very decent team. Are they the greatest team in the league? No. But are they a solid team? Absolutely. They've got some great guys. They've got Eugenio Suarez, they've got Ellie De La Cruz, they've got Hunter Green. They've got a great starting rotation, honestly probably one of the better ones in the game, to be completely honest. Not the best, but definitely up there. So yeah, I think this team, they're one or two good moves away, maybe a couple bullpen pieces, maybe like a better catcher or a better outfielder in some way, shape, or form. And I think they're honestly right there. So yeah, let's see what they can do over the course of 10 years. If you guys could leave a like and subscribe, it would be awesome for me and my editor. It would mean a lot to us. But if you don't, it's not a big deal. It's okay. We still love you guys. We're still going to make content for you guys. So yeah, obviously leaving a like and subscribe, it helps us out a lot. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get on with the video. Okay, they're gonna make a trade. It's an okay-ish deal. They're gonna get rid of Brady Singer, Tony Santillan, Sam Haggerty, and Garrett Hampson for Dax Kilby, Clark Schmidt, and Chase Hampton. I mean, this is a decent, I guess, long-term deal, but I don't think this helps them now, honestly. So see how it plays out for them. All right, they're going to trade Eugenio Suarez for Aiden Miller. This isn't the worst deal in the world. You're getting a decent prospect, but I think they're throwing in the towel, and they're going to just blow up the roster and start the rebuild. So I guess we're at that portion. All right, we're at the home run derby. Let's see how no one here. Suarez is there, but not from our team anymore. We're currently 11 games back. Yeah, we're pretty much out of the race. Ellie's an all-star. Suarez was an all-star, just not for us. Anyone else? I would like to point out right now that I am still a little bit under the weather, but we're gonna power through it and get this video out for you guys. So okay, Ellie, he's doing very well, good for him. Anyone else? Not looking like it. All right, let's see what their draft class looks like. I'm assuming this year's kind of a throw in the towel year, so let's see what happens. All right, I mean, they've got two decent guys here, kind of like a back end rotation guy and a decent starter, maybe probably more like a backup. Really nothing else too great. I mean, they got some decent, maybe okay-ish relief pitchers coming through. I mean, it's kind of meh to be completely honest. So yeah. All right, they finished off 72-90, which isn't all that bad. Obviously not the playoffs, but Ellie led the league in stolen bases and hits. Good year from him. Finished 4th for batting average. It's not bad. How did the team do? Let's see. Let us see. 5-4 out of Ellie, not bad. 3-9 from Tyler Stevenson. Okay, 2 from Dane Myers, 1-3 from PJ Higgins, 1-2 from Matt McLean, and a 1-1 from Nathaniel Lowe. Pitching wise, wow. Really nothing to be kind of happy with here. I mean, the guys all kind of flamed out a little bit. I mean, I guess you could blame the hitting. They all had decent wars. Andrew Abbott with a 3.7 WAR, 2.5 from Hunter Green, 1.7 from Burns, 1.1 from Lodolo, but I guess it was just the offense not getting the job done. Yeah, I don't really know who to blame here, but let's get through the offseason, see if they make any big signings or any big trades or anything like that. Okay, they're going to trade away Spencer Steer, whose potential went down. How did he do this year? He did actually pretty well. They're going to trade him away for Kyle DeBarge. I don't particularly like this move too much, but we'll see if they're cooking something that I'm not seeing. Alright, so they didn't lose anyone too crazy. They lost Tyler Stevenson, Nathaniel Lowe. They signed Eric Lauer if they make the playoffs, the draw tournament 2 starter, but James Outman, they really didn't sign anyone too good. So that's definitely not a good sign of things to come, but hopefully, like I said, they're cooking something I'm not seeing, so I guess we'll see. Oh my god, you know what I completely forgot? I forgot they put the draft players in here already, so Justin LeBron's is already in here. Okay, wow. Alright, so this is actually the first look at the draft players. Okay, I'm going to do a whole separate video on that, so don't worry about it, but wow, that is insane that he's already an 80 overall. I completely forgot that they put all the draft players in the game. Okay, yeah, alright. Let's get through this here. Alright, they're going to trade away Jay Allen for Anthony Bender. I actually think this is a decent move. We're going to trade away Maury Hancock for Nolan Arenado. I guess hopefully they're trying to tap into whatever he's got left in the tank, I guess. They're going to trade away Cam Collier for Josh Smith. This is kind of a win now move, so I guess we'll see how it plays out for them. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. See how the guys are doing. We don't have anyone here. Yeah, surprise, surprise. I thought Ellie might have a shot. Currently, we're 12 games back, but we are 2 games over 500, which is something to be kind of happy about, I guess you could say. Who is our... Wow, Tyler... Oh, Tyler Stevenson came back. Okay, that works, I guess. Do we have anyone else here? Anyone else? I doubt it, honestly. Yeah, and that would be a big astounding no. Kerry Carpenter is on the Padres, though. So, yeah, I'll show you guys the draft class in a second, and then we'll see how everything looks. Okay, they make a huge trade. Nick Lodolo, Clark Schmidt, and Jose Trevino for Bryce Matthews, Donnie Abe, and Carson Fulmer. Alright, I guess this is the move that they decided to make. Hopefully it plays out well. Okay, and on deadline day, they're going to trade away J.J. Bleday for Greg Huff. Okay. Okay, they had a much better draft class this year. 88 potential on this guy, 83, 81. So 2 decent arms that could probably be a long reliever and maybe a 5th starter on a World Series winning team. Other than that, nothing else that's really good. I mean, this guy could be a good backup catcher in 5 years, maybe. So, yeah, we'll see how these guys develop. All right, they finished 76 and 86. They were right there, just couldn't completely figure it out. Ellie led the league in stolen bases. Honestly, very good for him. But I think he's only got a year or 2 left before he leaves, which sucks. 5-3 from him. Matt McLean with the 4-5. 4-4 from Tyler Stevenson, kind of turning out a decent career. James Outman with the 2 award. Dane Myers with the 1-7. Josh Smith with a 1-6. Sal Stewart with a 1-4. And did Justin LeBron. Okay, 0.1. Didn't really get to play. So they're going to have to look to move him somewhere else. Or maybe they're just going to move on from Ellie next year or the year after, I think. So, yeah, pitching-wise, just really nothing too great. Nothing to really be too excited about. Did you start any games? No. Yeah, they kind of just Oh, they also traded away Lodolo this year. Andrew Abbott with a 3-3, 2-5 from Hunter Green, and a 1 from Brandon Williamson. This is what was holding us back. So I guess we know the root of the problem. Hopefully they can address it this year. Alright, so they didn't really lose anyone crazy in free agency. They signed Joe Adell to a 6-year deal, as well as Isaac Paredes. They signed Brandon Marsh to a 3-year deal. So pretty decent moves, honestly. Who did they sign? They signed Joe Adell, 86, not bad. They signed Brandon Marsh, who's an 80, not the worst thing in the world. And then Isaac Paredes, who's a very good third baseman. Yeah, and then they still have Ellie and Justin LeBron. It's gonna be so fun saying his name for the rest of this video. They honestly, I looked at some of the other draft players. They blessed a lot of them with potential. Last year and the year before, they did not. Like last year, I'm pretty sure some of the top 15 prospects in the game, like the top 15 picks, had like C potential. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see them give out a bunch of potential for these draft prospects, but we'll see more of that on Saturday for the experiment video that we'll do with it. So, yeah, let's see how they do this year. All right, it looks like they're going to trade away Josh Smith and Dane Myers for Miguel Mendez. I'm not sure who this is. Riley Crowell and Roderick Arias. I mean, it's an okay-ish deal, I guess. You're really getting what you're giving. So, yeah. All right, they're going to trade away Ke'Bryan Hayes, Eric Lauer, and Carson Fulmer for Silas Medrano and Yanquiel Fernandez. This is a terrible deal. In all honesty, this is just an awful deal. So, yeah. All right, home run derby time. The team sucks. You guys could probably guess that. Joe Adell hits home runs. That's just about all he does. No offense to him, of course. He is a beast, but really not doing enough to really carry this team, obviously. I don't think anyone would be good enough. Andrew Abbott not having a bad year, though. Do we have anyone else here? I'm going to take a guess and say no, but you honestly never know with this game. But it's looking like no. Maybe Joe Adell? No, Joe Adell. Okay. Alright, so the team's doing really bad. Let's see you guys when we sign the draft class. Okay, kind of another meh draft class. They got 2 decent potential guys and then really nothing else. So, I don't really see the vision here. Hopefully they can figure it out sooner rather than later. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, I completely clicked out of it. We finished 76 and 86 yet again. Ellie also leads the league in stolen bases for like the 3rd year in a row. Did anyone else do anything of any production? Let's see. So Ellie with a 7-7, phenomenal year. Up to a 97 overall. It's going to suck when he leaves. 2-6 from PJ Higgins as well as Matt McClain. Paredes with a 2-3. Brandon Marsh with a 2-2 as well as Bryce Matthews. Joe Adell with a 1-9 hit. 53 home runs. Good for him. 1-8 from Edwin Arroyo. 1-5 from Hector Rodriguez. And Aiden Miller with a 1. Not bad from the hitters. Pitching-wise, who led our team in saves? Okay, Connor Phillips led with 22. That is just really bad. Andrew Abbott with a 4. Chase Burns with a 2-1. 1-2 from Hunter Green. And it's just really just these three guys kind of doing their best and not being able to do enough. So hopefully they can do something meaningful this offseason. At least that's what we're hoping for. All right, they're going to trade away Connor Phillips for Ken Sato. I don't mind this. All right, so the only player they lost was Graham Ashcraft. They signed Alex Vesia, Jake McCarthy, Spencer. Oh, they get Spencer Steer back. Nice. This is just an awful offseason in all honesty. Nothing here is going to help them. So I guess we'll just see if they have another year of meh or if they actually take the next step somehow. All right, they're going to trade away Riley Crowell for Keegan Thompson and Victor Vodnik. This is a very meh deal, but if this is kind of more of like a win now deal, so I don't mind it too much, honestly. So, yeah. Okay, and they immediately trade away Alex Vesia for Solomon Good. That is a great deal. Thank you. All right, the Home Run Derby. Yeah, nothing to be excited for. They keep trading away their decent players for prospects. I mean, they're 10 games back, but they're not an ugly 10 games. It's like they're 3 games under 500. It could be a lot worse. Ellie De La Cruz is an all-star. Brady Singer is an all-star, and just not for our team. Alex Vesia is an all-star, just not for our team. Yoendris Gomez is an all-star. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. Watch that be our only all-star. Ellie. Yeah, he's leaving this offseason, so we're officially screwed. Unless they didn't extend them. All right, yeah, we're officially screwed after this year. So I'll see you guys at the draft class, see if they can somehow draft a generational talent or something. So, yeah. And they trade away Andrew Abbott for absolutely nothing. This is disgusting. This is the worst part. Like, the trade engine in this game is actually so broken. Like, this is just terrible. Okay, I mean, they got this guy who's got decent potential. This guy's got decent potential, but they've not really drafted anything too crazy. So they might be in trouble. They've got 7 years left, 6 after this one, so we'll see what they do. And they finished 83 and 79, and I guarantee you if they didn't blow up the roster, they would have made the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, you could argue trading away Andrew Abbott and Alex Vesia and, you know, some of the other guys. They could have definitely made it up here. Ellie had an amazing season, won a batting title, probably won an MVP. He won the Hank Aaron and the batting title. He's not even on the list for MVP. That is so disrespectful. That is genuinely disrespectful. This game prioritizes home runs over anything else because, like, come on. Corey Seager went back. See how the rest of the team did. Sucks we're losing Ellie this year, but it is what it is. It is what it is. 9-2 out of Ellie. Brandon Marsh with a 4-6. Jake McCarthy with a 3-3. PJ Higgins with a 3. Isaac Paredes 2-9. 2-5 from McLean and Joe Adell. 2-3 from Sal Stewart. I have not seen him very much. Steer with a 1. Justin LeBron is going to finally start getting some game time. I'm genuinely surprised he hasn't played more. Like, they haven't just, you know, put him in at DH or something. I don't know, just a crazy thought. Rhett Lauder, 13 saves. If we ever make the playoffs, I'll turn him back into a starter. 2-8 from Chase Burns, 2-7 from Hunter Green. I think Hunter Green also leaves this offseason. Oh wait, does he sign long-term? Yeah, he leaves this offseason. 1-4 from Miguel Mendez. Is this someone they drafted? Oh no, it's one of the guys they traded for. Yeah, this team sucks. They need an overhaul and a half, but they're not going to get it because they're going to end up losing Ellie and probably someone else that I'm not thinking of. Maybe Joe Adell. No, Joe Adell's here for long term. Who knows? They're definitely losing someone else this offseason, so let's go see who it is. Alright, they lost Hunter Green. He goes to Miami. That sucks. And he finally goes. Ellie is going to the Red Sox. Took him a long time to sign. I thought he might have re-signed or something, but he did not. Yep, and there goes the entire franchise. So, rest in peace. Wow. So they lost Ellie, Hunter Green, and Matt McLean, and did not sign a single player besides Eloy Jimenez to a deal over $1 million. That is this. Let's just take a look. This team is rough. This team is rough. And you know what's crazy? They're actually so close. If they didn't lose Ellie and Hunter Green and even Matt McLean, they would be a playoff team very soon. But Is what it is. The CPU is very stupid in this game, so yeah. Alright, they're going to trade away Noel Marte and Victor Vodnik for Bryce Meyer and Ken Guerrero. Alright. And they're going to trade away Isaac Paredes for Adele Amador. This is stupid. Alright, we're at the home run derby. No one here from our team. I wouldn't be surprised if Ellie was an all-star, though. Yeah, we're always in a spot where we're like right around 500 and they start selling like before then. I just don't get it. They just sell the season so quickly. Brandon Williamson is an all-star, good for him. Do we have anyone else? I genuinely don't think so. We don't really have anyone good. No. Alright. That sucks. I do want to see, is Ellie an all-star? Yes, he is. And you know what? Just top it off. No, okay. I thought that maybe Hunter Green would be an all-star too, just to spite us. I'll show you guys the draft class in a second, but I don't think anything can save this team at this point. They're going to trade away Brandon Marsh for Kerry Connors. They just don't know how to make trades in this game. And they had another just awful draft. You lose your two best players to free agency, you get some compensation picks, and you just blow them on absolute nothingness. Oh my god. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Alright, they finished 75 and 87. Like, they've been so incredibly mid that it just hurts. Because they're always so close and they just trade everyone away. There's no concept of rebuild. But at least the Justin LeBron era has got off to a bang. 5-2 from him. 3-5 from Tyler Stevenson. 3-4 from Bryce Matthews. 2-9 from Spencer Steer. Jake McCarthy with a 1-8. Sal Stewart with a 1-5 as well as Hector Rodriguez. 1-3 from Aiden Miller. And shout out Eric Becker. Pretty sure he went to high school in Jersey. Wow, Joe Adele, not good. Not a single pitcher with 10 wins. Rhett Lauder, 34 saves with a 5.32 ERA. Yeah, we had a nice, beautiful 22 blown saves. That'll definitely play. 1-8 from Brandon Williamson. Tristan Beck with a 1-2, and that's the only two above one. Yeah, this is abysmal. So, yeah. All right, they make an insane trade. Bryce Matthews, Sal Stewart, Joe Adele, and Tristan Beck for David Wild and 3 absolutely mid players. Wow. This might go down as probably the most lopsided trade in human history. Like, this guy needs to have 99 potential and become Barry Bonds Jr. for this to all make sense. This is insane. Alright, so they did lose Brandon Williamson, Tyler Stevenson, Spencer Steer, and some other guys. They got Alejandro Kirk, who's probably too old, Oswald Peraza, who's probably not good, and TJ Friedel, who's also probably not good. They're going to suck forever. This is really bad. This is just really bad. Alright, and they get rid of Chase Burns and Chase Hampton for Lon Kang and Slater DeBrun. Yeah. Wow, he's still only 23 in this. Alright, home run derby. Let's see. No one here. No one here. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. The team is absolutely abysmal. 37 and 59. Yeah, I would be surprised if we were the first team to not have an all-star. Who is it going to be? Alejandro Kirk. Oh, okay. He's still actually decent. Okay. I mean, that might not be a terrible deal for them. Obviously, it doesn't matter because the team sucks, but yeah, anyone else here? I really hope not. Yeah. All right, this team is awful. Let's just get through everything. Okay, I mean, they got 2 decent guys. Really nothing special, though. Like, this guy could be a decent starter. This guy is he's probably not even going to get called up by the time we're done with this, so yeah, honestly, I don't even have words for it at this point. Alright, our first really bad year at 66 and 96. Just really dreadful. Let's see. Is it still the Justin LeBron era? No, it's the Alejandro Kirk era. 6.9 from him. Dax Kilby with a 4.2. Peraza with a 4. Ooh, Justin LeBron 3-1. Aiden Miller with a 2.8. 2.7 from McCarthy. 1.7 from TJ Friedel. 1-1 from Rodriguez. And a 1 from Alfred Dunno. I forgot about him. Hopefully he can help this team out. 1 pitcher with 10 wins. 37 saves out of Yoandre Gomez with a 5.19 ERA. That is just so bad. Oh my god. Where's blown saves? No, we had actually 1 less than last year, so I guess that'll play. Our closer had -0.8 WAR. That's insane. Louis Shambi with a 1.3. Miguel Mendez with a 1.2. 1.1 from McDougal and Chase Petty. 1 from Christian Opor. Yeah, this team is just so bad. Next year, I'm going to turn Rhett Lauder and Chase Petty back into starters and pray that they can help this team somehow. Alright, they're going to trade away TJ Friedel for Jason O'Farrell. Okay, they signed Bubba Chandler. That's something promising, at least. Alright, so they only lost Jake McCarthy in free agency. They signed Bryce Harper, who's got to be about 40 at this point. They signed Acuna, Edwin Diaz, who's also probably old as dirt, Andrew Vaughn, Santander. They signed a bunch of old guys. Yeah, I don't particularly see this going too well. Bryce Harper kind of just here for one last hurrah. How much money is he making this year? He's making 12.9. That's not bad. Yeah, this team's going to suck again, so it is what it is. Oh, you know what's funny? I turned Rhett Lauder into a starter for them, maybe to help them out, and they trade him for a C potential player. Are you fucking with me? Genuinely, are you fucking with me? What are we doing? Like, genuinely, what are you doing? He's having the best year of his career. You're like, hey, you know what? Maybe instead of building around him, let's just trade him away for a bag of fucking chips. Come on. All right, we're at the home run derby. No one here. I don't know why I even sound surprised at this point. The team sucks. Like, this is atrocious. 41 and 55. I don't even know. Don't even see. I couldn't even fathom a guess as to who our all-star is going to be. Alejandro Kirk. Wow, he's actually going up in overall. Okay, maybe not, but he was an 86 last year. Do we have anyone else here? I seriously doubt it. Yeah, that would be a no. We've got 3 years left after this one. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, just a terrible draft. I mean, this is just a throwaway. Come on, guys. What are we doing? All right, we finished 74 and 88. I keep forgetting to stop. Like, the team, they're so close to making the playoffs, and they're so far away because their ownership just sucks. Alejandro Kirk with a 6.3. Justin LeBron is probably leaving in free agency, but he had a 3.9. Reggie O'Keefe with a 3.9 as well. Acuna with a 3.6, 3.1 from Aiden Miller, 2.6 from Hector Rodriguez, Peraza with a 1.8, and Edwin Arroyo with a 1. Pitching wise, Edwin Diaz, 41 saves. Did anyone else do anything? 2.7 from Bubba Chandler, 2 from Gio Lux, Tanner McDougal with a 1.3. Yeah, it's nothingness basically. And Justin LeBron leaves us for the Phillies. Alright, so we obviously lost Edwin Diaz, Justin LeBron, Andrew Vaughn, and Santander. We signed Orion Kirkring, Yohendrick Panango, Josh Naylor, Edwin Yacida, and really that's it. Jazz to a 1-year deal, Bailey Falter. This team's going to suck, though. Still technically the Alejandro Kirk, what's it called at this point? The Alejandro Kirk show. Because he's been very good for us the last 2 years, so yeah, shout out to him. But I think this team is destined for another year of just terribleness, so let's go find out. Alright, they're going to trade away Steele Hall and a couple of other mid guys for Cole Young and a couple of other mid guys. Really just a little swap here, but I mean, I don't mind it. Cole Young's got 5 years on his deal, so yeah, who knows? Maybe this actually plays for them. Okay, they're going to trade away Benito Sanchez, Fernando Peguero, and Abraham Shaw for Eric Booth Jr. Is this a real person? Yeah, it is. Who did you get drafted by? Baltimore. Yeah, he was the 9th overall pick. You know what? Finally, they're making deals that are going to put them in the right direction. All right, home run derby. Let's see. No one here. Obviously, Munetaka Murakami. What a beast. What a beast. Yeah, let's see. No one from... Dude, Gavin Lux, have a career. Have a second chance at life. Edwin Yacida having a great year. Anyone else? Gavin Lux, dude, he has been a beast. The last few years I've seen him here, he's been amazing. Like, he's slowly training out a decent career. As crazy as that sounds, he might be. As crazy as it sounds, I'm going to move him to center field in a year or two. And we're going to see if he can make the Hall of Fame, because I think he might be able to. Back to us, though. Do we have anyone else here? That would be a big, fat, astounding no. So, let's see what their draft class looks like. Only 2 left, so if they're going to draft anyone crazy, it's got to be now. Okay, they're going to trade away Slater DeBrun for Ezekiel Duran. Adele Amador for Andy Rodriguez, also meh. And they're gonna the last deal they're gonna make is Terrence Romano for Nacho Alvarez. All right, Okay, they do draft 2 decent guys, but I don't know if there's really enough time. They'd have to go +5 in each of their first 2 years to. It's a little bit too late for those guys, I think. Unfortunately, this is gonna be one of those ones where I feel like if we had an extra 4 years, they might win one. But yeah, let's finish out the year, see if they can finally make the playoffs for the first time. Yes, they finally make the playoffs at 85 and 77. They sneak in as the 5 seed. Bubba Chandler led the league in whip. Reggie O'Keefe. Okay, so it looks like they got some guys in here who did a job. Did that say Alejandro Kirk led the league in WAR? Am I losing my mind? He had a 7.5 WAR, and that was enough to lead it. All right. Johendrick with a 4.3 as well as Aiden Miller. He's been very solid for us, too. 3.8 from Acuna, 3.3 from Dax Kilby. Eric Booth with a 3.1 as well as Reggie O'Keefe and Cole Young. 1.8 from Duran, 1.6 from Peraza, and a 1 from Becker. 36 saves out of Edwin Yacida. Not bad. 2.8 from Bubba Chandler. Domingo Venezuela with a 2.2. Is this a guy they drafted? Might have been. Edwin Yacida with a 2. Gio Lux with a 1.7. Can they finally get it done in the playoffs? Oh my gosh, they're moving on. Milwaukee. Oh my gosh, no way. No way. Oh my gosh, no way. They made us wait 8 years. 8 years to make the playoffs, and then they go ahead and pull off the impossible and win the World Series. Are you kidding me? Alejandro Kirk, World Series MVP, playoff MVP, goes to Reggie O'Keefe. How in the hell? How did they just pull this off? I was expecting them to be first round exits, and they win the whole thing. We went from probably the most depressing rebuild to just absolutely on fire. Let's see if they can make some good moves and go back-to-back next year or something. They're going to trade away Greg Huff for Royce Lewis. I like this deal a lot. Wow. I didn't know Royce Lewis was a first baseman now. No, we lose World Series MVP Alejandro Kirk, but you know what? Shout out to him. He helped us win a World Series, so go get your bag, King. Oh, okay. They lost just about everyone. Okay. They signed Austin Riley, Jeremiah Estrada, Ryan Nelson, Jackson Jobe, Hunter Barco, River Ryan. I mean, they signed a bunch of players, but I don't think that they got enough to make this work. But who knows? I mean, they've got a very deep team, so let's see if they can go somehow get another one. I doubt they do, but let's see if they can do it. And it looks like they're immediately going to go into blow up the roster mode. They're going to trade away Aiden Miller, Oswald Peraza, Anthony Volpe. Didn't even realize they had him. Don't think they did either. Grant Anderson for a bunch of prospects, so it's looking like the end is near. And they're going to trade away Johendrick Penango for 2 mid prospects. Yeah, it's over. And they're going to trade away Andy Rodriguez for Miguel Coronado. So it looks like they're building a great, farm system, but it just sucks that it's pretty much the end. And they're going to trade away Royce Lewis and Acuna as well as Edwin Yacida for 2 more prospects. Alright, home run derby. It's kind of just a formality at this point. We know no one's going to be here. Joe Adell is here, though. Sal Stewart is also here. So, 2 guys that we used to have doing better now that they're gone. Team's 42 and 55. The year's pretty much over. Reggie O'Keefe's an all-star. At least look to see him get traded. Rhett Lauder, he's an all-star. Would have been nice to have someone like him and Andrew Abbott. Would have been nice. Who do we even have as an all-star? Like, who could we even guess? Oh, well, duh, the right fielder, and I think that's probably the only one we're going to have, in all honesty. And that would be completely correct. This guy is an absolute beast, though, and I'm pretty sure they drafted him. I could be wrong. Yeah, team's awful. This guy's probably going to get traded, so I'll see you guys if he does. They're going to trade away River Ryan and Jeremiah Estrada for this right fielder prospect guy. Okay, they make a huge deal. Bubba Chandler, Ryan Nelson, and Austin Riley. This guy, what's crazy? This guy just won Futures MVP, like the Futures game. He just won MVP, and it's crazy he only has 23 pop time as a catcher. That's kind of despicable, if you ask me. But yeah, he just won that, which is actually crazy. Victor Robles is still bouncing around the league. Honestly, can he... No, not even gonna ask the question. Yeah, alright. Basically, the year's over, so yeah. Alright, the final draft class that we're stopping for is incredibly trash, so yeah, let's just finish off this year. Alright, 67 and 95. Yeah, just not good. Let's see. Let us see. 6-5 from Reggie O'Keefe, Eric Becker with a 4-3, as well as Dax Kilby. 2-7 from Dunno and Cole Young. 2-3 from David Wild. Hey, you know what? This guy actually got up into the MLB, so shout out to him. Gavin, Kylan, whatever it is, with a 1. Yeah, we traded Jeremiah Estrada. It makes sense that we don't have any saves. 2-9 from Domingo Venezuela. Gio Lux with a 1-4. 1-2 from Medrano and Cruz. So, yeah, overall, you know, bad, actually. So, yeah. All right, we lost a couple guys. We signed Denzel Clark, Spencer Torkelson, George Valera. Yeah, we're probably just going to be bad for another year. We also got Chandler Simpson, so, yeah. All right, we're at the home run derby. Do we have anyone here? No, we do not. That's all right, though. Let's see who our all-star is in our final year. Cole Young, all right. Do we have anyone else? I'm surprised we've only had one closer here. 1 or 2 closers the entire time. Cole Young, not bad. Normally closer is like the easiest position. Wow. Eric Booth, it would be nice to have him. Oh, Reggie O'Keefe is also here, so yeah, guess shout out to those 2 guys. Let's finish off the year. Probably going to be bad again, so yeah. Alright, they finished 73 and 89. Just pretty much sums it up for the most part. Just incredibly mid. So let's see. Let us see. 4-8 from Alfred Dunno. 4-3 from Reggie O'Keefe. Cole Young with a 3-6. 3-2 from Dax Kilby. 2-5 from Denzel Clark. 2-3 from Gavin and Spencer Torkelson. 1-4 from David Wild and Eric Becker. And yeah, really nothing else. 30 saves out of Ken Sato. 2-3 from Rolando Williams, 2-1 from Gio Lux, 1-1 from Medrano, and a 1 from Mitch Davies. Yeah, I do want to see if Gavin Lux can make the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to go do that real quick, and then if he doesn't, then so be it. Alright, so Gavin Lux didn't make the Hall of Fame. I moved him to catcher to see if that would work, but it didn't. That being said, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace!